My name is Mikhail Bobylev. I'm a chemistry professor at Minot State University, and I teach specifically organic chemistry. And I naturally do research also in organic chemistry. So what is organic chemistry and why is it so important to do research in it? Because it's something that produces everything in your life. Everything that you wear, everything that you use is made by organic chemistry. And specifically my research is dealing with optimizing certain chemical reactions, and we can use those reactions for both medicinal chemistry to produce compounds with medicinal activity. We can use them also for the material chemistry because some of the reactions actually show great promise as new reactions for polymerizations. Well, why is it a good area for the students to be? Well, of course, it's interesting, something that I find very interesting, but also the students find it very interesting because it's always connected to something that has practical importance. They come to the lab and then they conduct chemical reactions, then they produce products, and then they see that those products could be used for something very interesting and exciting, both the products and the reactions. Also, it is important because the students always present their results. So we have a program of presentation for each student, so they have to present both at the local meetings and eventually at the national meetings and compete both locally and nationally, and they will get some really prestigious awards, so which would look very good on their resume when they actually apply for a graduate school or for a medical school or for the school of their interest. The way the students can benefit from being employed in our lab: number one, they gain a great practical experience in chemistry, specifically in organic chemistry, and that great practical experience is highly valued not only by prospective employers but also by all recruiters from grad schools and, interesting enough, from med schools, because med school really value practical research experience by the students. And in this lab, students find that research so exciting and so interesting that they never stay here for just the duration of one project. So they complete the minimal research that is required for their graduation, but then they stay in this lab, well, for at least 2, sometimes 3 years, spending here both the school year and the summer, and then that becomes not only important for them, for their future, for their career, but also it's a great, actually, tool for having real good relationships in between, among the students, between the students. So it becomes their second home. So you will greatly benefit if you come not just to this university, but if you, in your plans, you have this lab and organic chemistry as the area of your research and your primary interest. And organic chemistry also, again, the research in this area is highly important for all the students who go not only to graduate school but also go to health professions, because all health profession schools keep organic chemistry as the most important parameter by which they will select the most interesting students. If the students did well in organic chemistry, that means that the students can really study, can study the right way, and they will be able to survive the medical school or a serious graduate school. With NDases, that is also related to polymers. So in this case, we are completing a specific smaller part of the work. So we work with Dr. Sanku Malik and at NDSU in the School of Pharmacy, and he is working on microencapsulation of medicinal compound. So microencapsulation is the way to protect the medicine from being destroyed before it actually reaches the target, for example, a tumor. So the important thing is that the microcapsule keeps the compound intact, allows it to travel all the way to the tumor, allows it to be absorbed by the tumor for example. And then the most important thing is to actually have a trigger mechanism that will destroy the capsule and release the medicine. So in our case, that would be based on the low oxygen environment in the tumor, because the blood supply in the tumor is not that great. There's not enough oxygen. So if as soon as the oxygen level is low, the capsule bursts and release the chemical. And what we do just that piece of the polymer. So the polymer itself is long, but somewhere in the middle there will be that critical fragment that will destroy the polymer and release the content of the capsule. And we are making that little fragment here. So if you're a high school student, you really should consider coming to Minot State University and majoring in chemistry. And that is because, number one, chemistry is the largest employer in this country. You will never worry about employment. Chemical employment is different. You can choose whatever you like. You can go be employed right after graduation. For example, the chemistry lab at the gasification plant at Beulah is fully staffed by Minot State graduates. The coal plant lab is also staffed by Minot State graduates. It's a great thing to, whether you like to be employed right after graduation or if you want to go to graduate school, professional school, your employment opportunities are completely unlimited.